Hating people because of their colour is wrong, and it doesn't matter which colour does the hating, it's just plain wrong. Recently, I've been getting lots of Black Lives Matter recommendations in my YouTube feed, especially regarding people kneeling in solidarity, but one video that caught my attention was this one. Before making any comment, let's just watch it first. Bit of investigation. Black Lives Matter is not a company. They don't have a CEO. They're a movement, an activist organisation. So obviously the guy in this video was telling a few porky pies at the beginning. Secondly, I found some info on this vid on the Reuters website, where they did a bit of a fact check. Apparently, the author of the video was doing it as a piece of satire and doesn't actually work for Black Lives Matter. This seems to be corroborated on his Twitter account. I'm the creator of this vid, and I will say it was to show the liberal stupidity, etc., snowflakes, everything so offensive, world we live in now, comedy. I was trolling, and the saddest part was it is not scripted. Okay, so let's assume the author was just having a lark. This may be true, but the woman's reaction was 100% genuine. I'm not saying she did the wrong thing. She probably did it out of fear of her own safety, but it does highlight what has been going on of late. What would you do in this situation? Would you kneel down at the command of another? I can tell you what I would do. I wouldn't kneel down for anybody. Historically, what has kneeling symbolised? Servants kneeling down to their king, slaves kneeling down to their masters, hostages kneeling to their captors. Kneeling down due to threat or fear isn't respect. Sure, there are times when people voluntarily kneel, marriage proposals, praying, kneeling down to talk to a child. That's all fine, but the key word is voluntary. Servants, slaves, hostages, this isn't volunteering. This is subjugation. They are people who are kneeling at the behest of another. It's a symbol of their inferiority. And now we're seeing it at Black Lives Matter protests. Police, military, even politicians kneeling down at the behest of the protesters. Some people might say this is a symbol of solidarity, but what's the best thing that this can achieve? Kneeling down doesn't bring about reform or policy change. Kneeling down simply appeases the mob. It's showing that you're willing to take on an inferior position to the people in front of you. The police and military shouldn't do such a thing. Their job is to be disinterested. By that, I mean they should be impartial. They're there to uphold and enforce the law. They shouldn't be pandering to one side or the other. That's not to say they can't be kind, or when they're off duty they can go and kneel all they want. But while they're on duty, the role of the police is to enforce the law. Bowing down to a group of protesters sets a dangerous precedent. Black Lives Matter is all about equality, but is this really equality? Convincing people to kneel down in front of you? I would say that's the opposite of equality. That's inequality. There is news coming out now that white police officers have been kneeling down and washing the feet of black protesters. I think that's bordering on stupidity. This isn't equality. This is bloody ridiculous. But it's no surprise, if you look at the Black Lives Matter website, one of their recent goals is to defund the police. Enough is enough. We call for an end to the systematic racism that allows this culture of corruption to go unchecked and our lives to be taken. We call for a national defunding of police. We demand investment in our communities and the resources to ensure black people not only survive, but thrive. If you're with us, add your name to the petition right now and help us spread the word. And it looks like it might just be working. Minneapolis City Council members pledged to disband police force in wake of George Floyd death. What do you think? Should we be kneeling down because people tell us to? Should we be disbanding the police when rioters are running amok? Personally, I don't think we should.